Kailasa, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nityananda, SPH Nityananda. And here you can, and you, for click membership here. And then you can, once you connect with this channel, you can go to ask your questions here. And in this section here, you can put your comments. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, Nityananda Param Shivam. So you can connect there, and you can ask the questions. Once you click on following and like and follow, and then you can, when the feed starts coming, you can ask the questions and comments, the boons you need, the or the gratitude, and you want to share with Devi Parashakti. You can click on the comment button and you can ask your questions, con boons what you want, any problems you are having, or from the gratitude space, how Devi Parashakti has helped you, shaped you. You can share all that here. So the next slide is Twitter. So reply to the tweet by @Shri Nityananda in Twitter. So the way to do it is you first connect with on Twitter. You can the handle for Twitter is Shri Nityananda, S capital Shri Nityananda. And once you open the Twitter chat, you can click on follow and click on the bell icon so you can get notifications whenever there is a tweet from Bhagwan. Once the live feed comes, you can ask your questions to the reply section and make sure you put the reply in the reply button, put hashtag ask the avatar. So when you put hashtag ask the avatar, it'll be easier to get your feed to the Devi Parashakti quickly. The next way to connect and ask the questions is on Instagram feed post. The official handle for Instagram is Sri Nityananda, SRINITHYANANDA, Nityananda. And you'll see Kailasa's SPH Jagadguru JGM Nityananda, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nityananda Param Shivam, Reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization. And our URL is kailasa.org. And it's easier to just click on follow Shri Nityananda. So you click on the icon there, and you'll be connecting. And when the live feed comes, you can put the comment on that and ask your questions in questions and comments here in this area. So the next way to connect is WhatsApp chat in kailasa.org. So first you need to open the URL kailasa.org. Once you open that URL, you will go to, there is a chat on kailasa.org, which is chat on WhatsApp. So once you click on chat on WhatsApp, this pop-up window will come, and Kailasa's support team is here to answer your questions. Ask us anything. So when the Devi Parashakti is live, you need to open this and ask your questions here in the WhatsApp chat. And with that, we conclude all the methods, all the 5 methods of connecting with Devi Parashakti and asking your questions, comments, boons, whatever you want. And from the space of gratitude, if you want to also share how Devi Parashakti has you know helped you and fixed your problems, please share those. And these some of the previously you heard how the truths about the how the Parashakti has revealed, and from the space of compassion, how she has warned and prepared us for these unusual events happening in planet Earth, like global warming and all that. So next we go with this, we end the section, and now we enter the new section of offerings to Devi Parashakti.
Nityanandam, we will now be entering into the various offerings to Devi Parashakti, how we can connect Devi Parashakti through the various offerings and our gratitude, our space of gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti. First, let us now see the context of the offerings to Devi Parashakti. We have the Shastra Pramana from the Bhagavata Purana, धर्माय यशसेहाय कामाय स्वजनाय च पंचधा विभजन वित्तम इहामुत्तमोदते. One part should for dharma, second should for yasha, and third should be reinvested to generate more wealth, fourth for kama, and fifth for one's own family and friends. 20% should be donated dharma. The next Shastra Pramana we have is from the Dharma Shastra, which says, Grihe dashagunam danam goshthe chaiva shatadhikam punyatirtheshu sahasram antatam shiva sannidhau. Dana given at home yields 10 times as much merit, 100 times when made in Goshala, 1,000 times when made in sacred places, and an infinite times when made in the premises of Shivalinga. This is the pramana from the Dharma Shastra. The next we have the Shastra Pramana, scriptural reference on the context on why we should the offerings from the Brahmanda Purana. दानं त्रिविधेत्य कनिष्ठज्येष्ठमध्यमं तत्र निःश्रेयसं ज्येष्ठं कनिष्ठं स्वर्थगे कारुण्यात् सर्वभूतेषु संविभागस्तु मध्यमः. The given in order to achieve moksha is considered given out of for others or for one's own kith and kin is considered to be of medium value. It is also called as daya dana. Dana given to achieve one's own selfish ends is known as the least valued of all. We will now be beginning to enter into the offerings, each offerings themselves. The first is the offering of the E-Hundi. The Shastra Pramana is from the Lalita Sahasranama. भक्तिप्रिया भक्तिगम्या भक्तिवश्या भयापहा शाम्भवी शाराध्या Sharvani Sharayini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through devotion. She can be won over through devotion. She removes all fears. If there is any fear in the minds of devotees, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here it is meant autumn of our lives, when thoughts turn more and more inwards, the role of the divine is known and understood clearly. The need for Devi worship becomes stronger. Shambhavi, consort of Shambhu called Shiva, Sharada means worship Bharada, Saraswati. Sharvani the wife of Lord Shiva. Linga Purana says Lord Shiva is called Shiva in his form, Sharmadayini, Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. You can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your kanika, and your name shall be chanted out during puja to Devi. Here we can see the context on why we need to offer the Hundi offering to Devi. The next is the offering of the Sankalpa chanting. We have the Shastra Pramana from the Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12, verse 34. तये तन्मोह्यते विश्वं सैव विश्वं प्रसूयते साया चित्ता च विज्ञानं तुष्टारुद्धिं प्रयच्छति. The goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives the universe. That is the knowledge that goddess be without assist in anything. That which leads salvation and gives wealth in materialistic sense. Offer the sankalpa, the conscious offering the sankalpa, the conscious resolution blesses the person offering with all fruition of the desires and wishes he is yearning for.
Nityanandam. Now we enter the significance of divine element gold. Gold is present in all scriptures, Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one can be saved from the life threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses, cows were dressed in gold. The Hindu civilization, the significance of divine element gold. Hindu civilizations thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. Indus River was called Hiranyamaya, river of gold. In Rig Veda 1075-8, the river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartini. In Atharva Veda, gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It lasts forever. Sahasranama Swarna Kasu, the offering to Devi Parashakti. The offering price for this offering is 75 USD, 151 USD, and 251 USD. The Shastra Pramana for this is as follows. Nama Parayana Prita, she who likes repetition of her various names. Lalita Sahasranama, verse 731. This is the offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. It's a very special and unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. Offer gold coin to Devi Parashakti to manifest any dimension and in the attribute of hers that you always wanted to imbibe within you. The offering to Devi Parashakti.
The next offering to Devi Parashakti is the Mukta Angoti, the finger ring with a pearl. The Shastra Pramana Nilakhancharatnam मुक्ताहारलसत्किरीटरुचिरां पूर्णप्रभां सिञ्जन्नोपुरकीमणितां पद्मप्रभाभासुरां सर्वाभीष्टफलप्रदातां वाणीरमासेवितां मीनाक्षीं गतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवादां the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has ganzals and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama. I remain ever going to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Offer the finger ring with love to the cosmic mother and experience blessings and healing with your own mother. Here we have the offering to Devi Parashakti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus. The Shastra Pramana is from the Agama. अष्टविद्येष्वरूपेत कुम्भवर्णसंयुतं सर्वेशसूत्रवस्त्राध्या हेमपङ्कजभूषित सपीधानस्य फलभाय संसिद्धा प्रमाणेन संविता. All the kalasha should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. There are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in worship of Mate involves consecration of deities, of worship, or meditating on mudras and asanas used during worship involves the lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower. Shakti of Paramashiva is also called lotus. The base of the Paramashiva linga is also lotus. Disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus about to bloom. Offer the gold lotus in any size you wish and express gratitude to the Tyaga and sacrifice your mother. We have the next offering, the Swarna Meti, the golden. The amount is 750 USD. The meaning of the mantra is you whose brightness from toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the flower. Offer the toe ring to Devi, adorning her sacred feet, to be in constant gratitude, receiving her blessing even in the most difficult aspects of our life.
Nityanandam. So the next offering is Swarna Mangatika. It's called also Chudamani in Hindi or Sanskrit. The gold hairline jewelry. The cost for this offering is 750 USD. And the Shastra Pramana is Sudha Sharabhi Varshini, she who makes nectar flow in all our nerves from Sahasrara, that is, she who lives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The Mangatika represents the nectar flowing from Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened. Offer the Mangatika to Devi and receive blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and space of complete completion. The next offering is to the Guru. न पादुका परो मन्यो न देव श्री गुरो परा न हि शाक्तात् परा दीक्षा न पुण्यम कुल पूजना. There is the Shastra Pramana is there is no mantra higher than Paduka, no God higher than Guru, no initiation higher than the Shakti, and no merit higher than the Kula Parashit. Kularanav Tantra, chapter 12, verse 12. Offering to the Guru. The next Shastra Pramana is Rikta Hastascha Nopeyat Rajanam Devata Gurum Palam Pushambharadini Yatha Shaktya Samarpayet Evam Yona Charat Devi Brahma Rakshasatam Vrajet. One should not approach royalty, the deity, or the Guru empty handed. He should offer fruit, flower, cloth, and the like according to his capacity. One who does not do so becomes a Brahma Rakshasa. Kularnav Tantra, 12th chapter. So the next offering is Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and the offering price is 1008 USD. Nakham didhati sanchinna namajjanata moguna padadvayam prabhajala parakrita saroruha. The illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of ignorance of Devi devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeats the lotus in beauty. The Shastra Pramana for the meaning of this verse is Shlokam number 83 of Saundarya Lahari, which states the nails have been sharpened by constantly bringing the touch, being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamoguna is darkness. In this stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of the devotees, and by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. Offering the Pratyaksha Pada Puja blesses the Yajman with all auspiciousness and blessings of Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Param Shivam. The next offering to Guru is Vastra Seva, and the offering price for this Seva is 1008 USD. So you can see how Devi Parashakti is adorned in awesome clothes and along with the Meru, which is often used for Sankalpa chanting. So the illuminating splendor of Devi's toenails dispel the darkness of ignorance in devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in the beauty. The next offering, it's the same Vastra Seva, and the offering price for this is 1008 USD. So to summarize the different offerings for Devi Parashakti and Bhagwan Paramahansa Nityananda Paramshivam, the Guru, uh, you can use all those offerings and you can go and do the registration. From there, these are the two options: ready to offer today or intention to offer specific sevas. So you can go to registration form, and that is http://tiny.cc/bhavasamadhi. And you can go to online payments, http://tiny.cc /Devi offerings. After payment, submitting details for the puja, names to be chanted. The website is https://tiny.cc Sankalpa 2021. So with this, we conclude the section for offering to the Devi Parashakti. And now we enter the new section shortly.
Yes. So welcome all of you back for this segment, Glimpses. The floor is past the 6th January 2000 of previous years. So in segment, you already know of, we are going through the different activities and contributions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been offering and doing to the world since his started life. So in this segment, me and Maharaj will be our acharyas, and we'll be going through the various years, sharing about the various contributions that the Supreme Path of Hinduism and Kailasa has been offering the world. So without further ado, let's start on the 6th January 2003, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism messages being released in Tamil news article. Here we can have a glimpse of an article. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to have many articles in various newspapers, constantly published on a daily basis, contributing to the world, enriching the world with Sanatana Hindu Dharma and with the various powerful cognitions, activities, and contributions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa, were constantly being part of and active in the various parts of South India, Tamil Nadu. So here we can have a glimpse of such an article.
Nityananda. So in this Tamil news article, you can see the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Deve Gowda, and Chanchalgiri Maharaj, and how the Deepa Prajwalan was done. And this was a worldwide, broadcasted event. How yesterday we saw the video how the Nityananda Dhyana Peetham, the Adi Kailasa, started in 2003, and on 5th January, it was the inauguration ceremony was happened, and then all those articles have been published in different newspapers in different media houses. So the next slide, on 6th January 2006, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism visits various temples in Varanasi. And this is the famous Kashi Vishwanath temple where Bhagwan is doing the offerings in Varanasi. So you can see how he is doing the puja, the abhishekam, and arti. And with the other photos, you can see several participants and devotees and followers all at this Tirtha Kshetra of Varanasi. Nityanandam, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, conducts NSP program in Britti. So on 6th January 2008, you'll see thousands of people attending the NSP, and Bhagwan personally, guiding them through the NSP program and the guided meditation. So uh, this was in Britti in 2008. So Sorry about the technical glitches. Um,
Yes, adding on this, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to conduct many programs, and he designed many programs in the early days. Smaller programs where people used to come from all over India and all over the world, international programs as well, where such as this one, the Nityananda Purana program, where people used to be guided through various processes in order to cleanse all the lower levels of emotions and blockages in the various chakras so that each individual could experience the fulfillment, the gratitude, and the higher states of consciousness. So here we can see programs that used to be attended by thousands of people, as we can see in the picture on the left. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism used to sit from morning to night guiding each session and making sure that each participant was experiencing the purpose for which each of the processes are designed. So here we can see the pictures of one such program, the Nityananda program. On the 6th January 2010, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Nityananda Paramashivam, blessed devotees, disciples, Kailasis. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also conducted the mission conference for all Kailavasis from all over the world. So, along with these programs that were designed for devotees and people to come and experience the various dimensions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also conducting mission conferences and programs for Kailasa from all over the world. Kailasa being people who dedicated their life for the sake of the mission started by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So here we can see some of these pictures in India of Kailasa members, residents of the various monasteries coming and being trained, guided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, as you can see in the pictures below.
So I wanted to point out that, in 2010, in spite of all the persecution and all, Bhagwan, continued the work, and he also um, we had 50 countries in 2000 centers in 50 countries going live through two-way video conferencing, giving the Nayan Diksha and helping the mission of the Kailasvasis from all around the world. And so this was in 6 January 2010. We'll move to the next 6 January 2012. And you can see Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism personally managing the cyclone relief effort in work in Pondicherry. If you see the Nityanandapedia, you'll see the tremendous work Bhagwan and the Sangha members tirelessly in middle of the cyclone doing the relief work. Yesterday, we saw how a lot of things were distributed to the cyclone impacted people, food, shelter, like clothing, and Bhagwan also energizing them, giving them initiation and all these things to and mental support so that they can they lost their houses, all these things, and to rebuild, regain the strength, and um, you know come back again. So this was in 6 January 2012, and now we move to the um, next celebration on 6 January 2013. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the Jayanti day celebration.
So yes, so as we can see, in 2013, the Jayanti celebrations, we can see some of the pictures of the devotees showering their gratitude unto the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the form of flowers, as we can see in the pictures on the left side. And on the right side, we can also see at the bottom in Arunachala, all the devotees, disciples, and newcomers gathering into the Hindu monastery, which is Tiruvannamalai, and Swamiji blessing next to the deity. So during Jayanti celebrations, these celebrations used to be happening 24/7, literally, and various programs used to be conducted throughout the different dimensions, from temple rituals to programs to satsangs to pada pujas to processions and so many activities. These celebrations is literally they go beyond time, and each members, disciples, Kailasavasis being part and having different form of responsibilities and volunteering happening throughout the day, and everything. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself used to come and give appearance, making himself available in various forms, without forgetting the darshans, which used to happen literally until everybody had received the darshan. So these darshans used to go overnight until the next day, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism never left until the very last attendee received the darshan. So we can see here a few pictures of those celebrations in the year of 2013.
Here, I would like to share. I lived in the Adinam for several years, and you see the decoration, the flower decorations on the Avatar Dinotsavam, and with the love and dedication, the people, the garland team, how they used to build these magnanimous garlands across the, like, see the Nityanandeshwari, how beautifully they have decorated the deities and that theme, and to build the structure behind that theme, how much effort it takes, how much time, talent, treasury, and to get these different combination of flowers and to make this magnanimous flower decorations, and people enjoyed this. It used to go. Some I saw this garland team working all day, all night, continuously, and see how devotees on the bottom left, they're taking the big vessel, the wooden, the bamboo stick things, and they're taking and showering Bhagwan with flowers. And if you see the Myanmar story, several of at least two of the Myanmars, they just got liberated doing the flower mala. They used to take the flower mala, they used to collect the flowers and offer those to Param Shiva, and just doing that seva alone, they got liberated. So you can see how beautifully Bhagwan is reviving that technology of of the worship, doing the flower decorations, and and all these things are made from very basic things like just sticks, wooden sticks, bamboo sticks, and there's no artificial things used in these decorations. Everything natural, and the aroma and the energy, the prana shakti, which radiated just in looking, Bhagwan with all these different things, just um, made that Avatar Dinotsav Jayanti celebration so beautiful. We'll move to the next slide on 6 January 2014.
So on the 6th January 2014, the morning satsang continues on the Living Advaita series about the Upanishads. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave us a glimpse onto the beings that were responsible for allowing the Upanishads to happen, the ancient rishis. When they sat in samadhi, their whole being began to vibrate and reverberate with the sacred truths. The cosmos started singing and radiating through them. This divine expression is called Upanishads. So, Upanishads, if you are not familiar, is the space Swamiji describes as the space of deep listening at the feet of the Guru. One of the depiction of the space of Upanishad is the rishis sitting at the feet of and receiving the knowledge, the cosmic knowledge and enlightenment itself through the vibrant silence that Paramashiva in the form of Dakshinamurti radiates. Dakshinamurti being the Adi Guru, the first Guru. So the space of Upanishads is that space of intense, deep, vibrating listening. Um, One thing also that Swamiji was mentioning, sharing about Upanishads, is how these Upanishads are literally revealed for the sake of humanity. The rishis were downloading literally the Upanishads from the cosmic archives, did not um, have anything to say personally about these truths. These Upanishads are authorless. Most of the rishis did not even mention their names as they downloaded the truth. So Upanishads are the downloads of the truth, the cosmic downloads of the sacred truths, the cosmic universal sacred truth, for the sake of truth itself and nothing else. So it is such an amazing happening that these truths are made available to humanity through Sanatana Hindu Dharma and its Upanishads. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was sharing about this space of Upanishads and how Upanishads lead us to this space of living Advaita, living oneness with everything around us.
So thanks, Ashutosh Maharaj. That was awesome sharing. And this is 2015 was the auspicious time when I got connected, and I was mesmerized with this Living Advaita series. And I did my first inner awakening in Varanasi also, when the Kathopanishad, the Upanishad series was going on. And it really, these truths, when they revealed and they hit, how just attending the 21 days, this was inner awakening program. And now Bhagavan is going to restart that the inner awakening program. Now you don't have to travel anywhere. You can do it all online at the place where you are. And in that Upanishad, in these programs, the 21-day program, it literally, these sacred truths, they start literally vibrating, reverberating, and your body literally gets transformed. Not only when the Kundalini Shakti raises, it will reformat your body also. I'm over 50 years old, and I could not even sit on ground for more than 15, 20 minutes. And my leg used to be numb because of sciatica issues. But after attending for a few days, literally the entire body and the entire system got just reformatted. When these sacred truths hit the hit the body, the being, lot of things become like immaterial. So much completion happens, and this is to be experienced. And fortunately, after 3 years, this this program is coming back again, and it's called Param Shivoham Level 3. So look for the upcoming, events and how you can take part in those. So
So on the 6th January 2015, during the morning satsang, the series of Living Advaita and Upanishads continues. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism urges everyone to read the Upanishads over and over again. Here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals that when we read and understand, we disappear into that concept. But when we read multiple times, the concept disappears in us. It becomes part of us. The cosmic cognition develops, allowing the great truths to become part of us. So again, continuing to expand on the Upanishads and the space and living Advaita, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares about the importance of constantly reading, contemplating, doing the Shravana, the listening to the sacred truths from the Upanishads, the Manana, the contemplation, and how when we constantly get involved, practice how these truths disappear in us and become our cognition. So that is the power of consciousness and the power of deep listening. How these higher cognitions can simply be imbibed and radiated through our body when we are cognizing them deeply. That is why reading the Upanishads is such allows such a great happening to happen inside of those who importance of constantly um, getting involved with these sacred truths revealed by the rishis in the Upanishads.
Nityananda. The other thing before we move to the next slide, I wanted to share is it is uh, the Upanishads are beautifully now put in the Nityananda Pedia, and there is a series of Upanishads which is all compiled, and it's saved. There are several playlists about the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Jain Sutras. All of them are fully available on YouTube and different channels on SoundCloud and all these method ways of connecting, and you can download those. There are multiple books also on the Upanishads, on the series, what Bhagwan has covered. So you can download those books and you can read them. And once they give you a breakthrough, you can enrich others in your surrounding ecosystem with all these truths and share those um, as well. So, hmm? Nityanandam. So now you can see the on 6th January 2016 how the daily video. So
भरा जल रथ प्रेम भरा जल रथ ज्ञान सन्मार्ग का ये जल रथ वैद्य सरोवर का देवता का है जल रथ भक्त जनों की मांगे सिद्ध करता है जल रथ ध्यान सिखाता ज्ञान दिलाता नित्य का ये जल रथ ध्यान सिखाता ज्ञान दिलाता नित्य का ये जल रथ आनंद भरा जल रथ नित्यानंदा तेरा जल रथ आनंद भरा जल रथ नित्यानंदा तेरा जल रथ वैद्य सरोवर का देवता का है जल रथ भक्त जनों की मांगे सिद्ध
Nityanandam. So you saw the different activities going across the globe on the Avatar Dinotsav in on 14th, on the on 6th of January 2016, and you also saw the how in the Vaidya Sarovar the Thepam festival was conducted, and it's so beautiful to watch that ritual every year. And I had personally the opportunity to be in the water and take the boat around in the circular formation around the Namapashana Linga, and the tremendous energy field that carries. Recently, you also heard Devi Parashakti explain that now the Navapashana Linga has completed the 12 years, and now it is going to be the best place for healing for different diseases. If anyone has any corona or related diseases, they can come and take the bath in the Linga. I was fortunate to attend several inner awakening programs, and all the participants we used to go and take bath from the we used to have the vibhuti kumkum or the sacred mud from the Ganga river, and take bath in the Vaidya Sarovar, and how you can see the Vaidya Sarovar in the background here.
ध्यान सिखाता ज्ञान दिलाता नित्य निकाये जल रथ आनंद भरा जल रथ नित्यानंदा तेरा जल रथ आनंद भरा जल रथ नित्यानंदा तेरा जल रथ वैद्य सरोवर का देवता का है जल रथ भक्त जनों की मांगे
How all this has panned out so beautifully. So now we'll move to the next slide from 6 Jan 2006, 6 Jan 2017.
So, on the year 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, expounded on the cosmic principles of the power of oneness during the everyday life public talk, the Nityananda Satsang. During the live public address titled New Species Initiating to Breadth and Depth Dimension, Moving Coconuts Through the Power of Oneness, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism declared that the best Shaktipada entanglement happening for us is the morning satsang. He expanded further by sharing that he started initiating delegates into the depth dimension, meaning one's cognition should be able to move the world with the oneness cognition, so powerful that physically one is able to move anything. So, in the year 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was highly involved and engaged into power manifestation. Um, Hundreds of Adinavasis or disciples, devotees used to be in the quarters of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being initiated literally every day into a different power. And on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism focused on the breadth and depth and shared the various powerful cognitions, the oneness cognition, where just by the cognitions that with the oneness cognition that we operate, we should be able to move the world. One of the preliminary powers which was manifested was moving the coconut through the consciousness, as described in the Agamas, being the initiation, the initial level of the manifesting of that power. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was sharing how, by your simple will, being able to move the matter is the initial dimension of this power manifestation. If you're able to move the matter with your will, then you can shift the mind anywhere, and you can literally shift anything in your life. So the consciousness over matter being became one of the powers expressed on the live discourse. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was also expounding on the importance of constantly being tuning in to the daily satsang, the daily discourse, where we can listen, we can sit space of listening, listening to the higher truths and allowing these higher truths to become part of our cognitions. Um, every day, we fail to this sometimes that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism literally comes every day to give satsang to anyone. The amount of involvement that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has shown towards his disciples, devotees, and followers is literally amazing. And he said he's sharing, as mentioned in the slide, that it is the most important part of the day where you entangle with the higher truths, and then through the rest of the day, you can contemplate on these higher truths and apply them in your daily life to see the power and the effect that these can have in your life. Like Swamiji was sharing recently, that the science of enlightenment is super practical. There's nothing impractical into the science of living enlightenment and all these cosmic truths. Only when we listen to them, contemplate on them, and implement them, we will see how these truths can literally manifest what we wish to manifest on a day to day basis.
Nityanandam, yes, what it's really true. And when those that coconut moved, like I was a part of the Nityananda Yogam celebration happening at that time. I was fortunate to be in those quarters watching the Gurukul Palasans manifesting different powers, length, breadth, depth. One of the Gurukul Palasans was able to make 17 cuts inside a coconut just with the power manifestation. So different powers of length, breadth, and depth dimension And fortunate, and still I enjoy whenever I see the coconut, I roll the coconut. Every time it's a whole new, it's a new joy. The power of Advaita, the oneness that, hey, the coconut and me, you both are one. That whole power manifestation removes so much negativity from the mind. So um, even when I used to teach people, young kids in Maharashtra, Nityananda Yoga, and after doing the yoga Pratham Vinyaskram 108 PVK, the kids used to also enjoy the power manifestation right after the yoga. So it's a beautiful, simple technology how Bhagwan is explaining, initiating delegates into the depth dimension. And now Bhagwan is going to take the Param Shivoham level, like the third three, which is going to happen during the auspicious Mahashivratri celebration. And this power manifestation science is going to go to the next level, basically. And already, in the depth dimension, we have seen the how in Param Shivam people were able to move uh, the materialization, and all these things were so becoming, almost 90% of people had done the materialization, teleportation, all these things. So now now the Shakti Avishkarana is going to go to the next level. And after the 3 years of gap in between, so get ready and hold the space that you can be part of this breakthrough for humanity. Um, Already you have gone through so much if you are not in the Adi Kailasha space, if you have gone through all these corona and all these things, so now get ready and give a treat to yourself with the Param Shivoham, which is coming upcoming event, and be part of this Shakti Avishkarna team. So you can literally move anything. So with this, now we'll move to the we'll watch the Nityananda Daily Times on 6th of January. It will summarize all different happenings in the across the globe. So I'm going to play this video now.
In the evening, the deity of Swamiji went across the campus as part of the Nityananda Brahmotsavam. People gathered and watched the beautiful sight. They also got prasadam, blessings from the deity in the form of vibhuti. The Mahasadashivoham participants were blessed to receive Sri Mahans and Mahants of the Mahanirvani Akada for very unique and special manifesting power sessions. Shaktis like shrinking objects and more were successfully demonstrated to the Mahants and Sri Mahants to their big surprise. Another great demonstration of the contribution that Swamiji is doing to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. After that, the guests spoke about their experience of the manifesting powers and about Swamiji and how he is helping to revive the science of Sanatana Hindu Dharma.
Shankara, Shambho, Shambho, Shankara, Shambho, Shambho, Shankara, Shambho, Shambho, Shankara, Shambho, Shambho, Shankara, Shambho. Shambho Shankara Shambho Shambho Shankara Shambho Shambho Shankara Shambho
Shiva Shiva Shambho Shankara Namami Shankara Vishvesha Shiva Shubhankara Shiva Shiva Shambho Shankara Namami Shankara Paramesha Vishvesha Shiva Shubhankara Bhagavata Nityananda Manasa Nityananda Jagadodhara
And we're doing the live teleportation today. And the first time I asked my husband to wipe clean my Sri Yantra that I got in Varanasi when I had my inner awakening with Swamiji 2 years ago. So this is a picture of the Sri Yantra, the first picture. And the second picture, you can see it's coming. Third, you can even see my husband's reflection in the Sri Yantra taking picture. So more and more is coming each time. Then I asked him to get my Kalabhaira that I also got in Varanasi. And this is the first picture. And this is the second. The Basma is teleporting, like dusting Kalabhaira's feet himself. I'm so excited to be able to do this and show my husband because I want him to come in March for Mahasada Shivoham. He hasn't been here yet to meet Swamiji, so I'm hoping this will convince him to finally come.
तू ही संसार तेरे संग मेरे नाते गहरे तू ही संसार तेरे संग मेरे नाते गहरे तेरे शरण में आया मैं तेरे चरणों में बसा लेना तेरे शरण में आया मैं तू ही अपना अपना लेना तू ही संसार तेरे
So yes, one thing to add, something as you saw in the video, the very participants of the programs manifesting the powers. You could see objects sliding across the tablet, and like I shared a little bit previously, shared that every world literally is matter, and the consciousness from matter powers manifesting can literally thing as bottles, action, atmalingas. We're literally sliding across. We're literally sliding across the ground just through the power of consciousness over matter. So literally, Swamiji says, even the mind and thoughts are nothing. So when conscious over matter express more and more through you, you can literally shift things in your life and you can mold the life in the way that you want. You can manifest your reality at will. So that was a very nice demonstration of this power. So moving on to the next year.
Yes, yes. One other thing, see, Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta, Srimad Bhagavatam explains the divine incarnations are infinite and their leelas are so much infinite. And the devotees and how they transform their life and how each being is transformed. So, Srimad Bhagavatam explains that beautifully life of Krishna and his devotees and how that whole thing and literally how Bhagwan has transformed millions of lives across the globe and especially these programs when you are in 21-day Upanishad with Bhagwan, luckily this Param Shivoham is coming just like Mahasadashivoham, and it is hard to explain. It's not just moving. I had I was fortunate to be in the Mahasadashivam, in Param Shivoham, and all these programs. And the power manifestation, the amount of joy it brings inside you is undescribable. You have to just experience that. That's all I wanted to share. And we'll move to the next slide.
So here on the 2019, on the 6th of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives a very powerful process and initiation into Vishesha Diksha to the participants of Paramashivoham. So Vishesha Diksha is the initiation into the Atmalinga, where you receive the Atmalinga and you commit to live a lifestyle prescribed by Paramashiva in the Agamas and worship that Atmalinga on a daily basis. So in this, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiated and guided all the participants into the powerful process for them to raise their consciousness and have a conscious shift, a conscious breakthrough in their life through this process.
Hmm? Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives a powerful process and initiation to participants of Param Shivoham. So Param Shivoham was for me, like all the programs I've attended, this was the most powerful program online, and in some Adi Kailash centers also, and the tremendous energy and one-on-one darshans we got with Bhagwan, that was ultimate. And so um, we are fortunate again, this is happening on 6 Jan 2020, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramshivam expounded on the cosmic principles. Future will be absolutely available to you only if your past is completely eliminated during the everyday live public address in the Nityananda Satsang. His Divine Holiness explained how Ahara Shuddhi and simple sattvic food can make you intensely feel peaceful and peaceful about the past. And on this day, Bhagwan also gave all prasadam from the top, hundreds of different temples across the globe, from like Tirupati, Balaji, the laddus, and all these things to the Param Shivam participants. So, to the next slide, 6 Jan 2020. And
So on the 6th January 2021, today during the Grand Kalabhairava and Nityananda Homa, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, accepted the offerings of puja and the Purnahuti and blessed everyone to be liberated from all karmas. During Nityananda Satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic principles of the reality of the universe. The universe is consciousness and asked everyone not to be deluded by the signals experienced inside your existence of the collective narrative you created because they are not the reality of the universe. He explained that the reality of the universe is consciousness. Should let the universe reveal its grand narrative in the form of Veda and Agamas to raise the quality of your existence in order to experience the superconscious breakthrough. So with this, let us get ready to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So sit head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Remember, Swami, Divine Holiness, and the Parashivam in your inner space, your third eye, Connect with Him deeply. Inhale and exhale deeply and slowly. Bring yourself back to this very moment. Unclutch from all the thoughts, ideas, visualizations generated inside your inner space. Connect with Swamiji. Chant Mahavakya internally. Visualize the Mahavakya rotating around the throat chakra, Vishuddhi chakra. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Engage with the space of Ajapa Japa with the Mahavakya while connecting intensely with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Get ready to experience His presence, His initiation, His words. Be in the space of intense and deep listening, the space of Shravana. Inhale, exhale. Slowly open your eyes and get ready to receive the darshan.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
முக்தி நெறி அறியாத மூர்க்கர்களை வேறறுத்து முக்தி நெறி அறியாத மூர்க்கர்களை வேறறுத்து பக்தி நெறி பரப்பி சைவத்தை யோக செய்து பக்தி நெறி பரப்பி சைவத்தை யோக செய்து அஞ்ஞான மலமறுத்து சிவமாக்கிய கைலாயம் தனிலுரையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனிலுரையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் நெறியில்லா வாழ்வுதனில் புரளும் இம்மக்களுக்கு நெறியில்லா வாழ்வுதனில் புரளும் இம்மக்களுக்கு நெறியுடைய வேதத்தின் உட்பொருளை அறிவித்து நெறியுடைய வேதத்தின் உட்பொருளை அறிவித்து வீடு வேறு நாகளடைய விந்தைகள் செய்த கைலாயம் தனிலுரையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனிலுரையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் பொய்யெல்லாம் மெய் என்று அஞ்ஞான திமிரேறி பொய்யெல்லாம் மெய் என்று அஞ்ஞான திமிரேறி பாவங்கள் பல செய்து கர்மங்களை மூட்டை கட்டி பாவங்கள் பல செய்து கர்மங்களை மூட்டை கட்டி பிறப்பெடுத்த பல உயிர்க்கு ஞானத்தை அருளாத கைலாயம் தனில் உறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனில் உறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரம சிவோகம் மன்னதனில் பிறந்த இது மாண்டு விடும் உயிர்களுக்கு மன்னதனில் பிறந்த இது மாண்டு விடும் உயிர்களுக்கு எண்ணமில வாழ்வுதனை வாழமைத்து சீர் செய்த எண்ணமில வாழ்வுதனை வாழமைத்து சீர் செய்த உன்ன வெந்நீர் அணியும் ஈசனே நேசனே கைலாயம் தனில் உறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே கைலாயம் தனில் உறையும் நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே ஓம் நித்யானந்த
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the Sarvanyapeta Yajamans, Kartas, Sarvaparityagis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, NHU students, Gurukul students, Kailasas, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate generals, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras, all of you, with my love and respects and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Super determinism. The truth, reality about the super determinism is the message from Paramashiva, from Kailasa. Now, this is Anupaya, means you are all now getting initiated into this great realization. So understand, listen intensely, sincerely. This whole thing which Paramashiva is revealing now will become a realization for you immediately. Cosmic cognition, verbalization, vocalization, visualization, mathematical calculation, rational analysis, analyzing rationally, all this put together is realization. I'm repeating, cosmic cognitions, powerful truths, cognizing inside you, and verbalization, vocalization, visualization, mathematical analysis, and logical rationalization. All these put together, maybe one more thing need to be added, memorization. Because all this just need to become part of your biomemory. All these put together is realization. Now, I am going to do all this inside you. This great sacred secret truth about the super determinism to do this initiation into you. So this become realization in you. See, the initiation, how just initiation can lead to realization is the science now I'm telling you. Me cognizing the cosmic truth and verbalizing it, vocalization. There's a difference between verbalization and vocalization. And visualization and mathematically analyzing it, logically rationalizing it, and making it as part of not just my biomemory, your biomemory also, memorization, all these put together, done inside this and inside you, is realization. I am describing precise initiation process. Now, the truths about superdeterminism. Listen carefully, intensely. Science of your individual self, Atman, self. The more you understand the science of individual self, Atman, you will understand Paramatman, Paramashiva. More and more you understand the Pindanda, the more and more you will understand Brahmanda. Understand this truth. For example, if you think you don't have individual identity, you are just a mixture of the body, mind, the chemicals, hormones, thoughts, and just a mixture of this. Nothing separately more than this mixture exists in you. If you believe that, you will see the cosmos also same way. Oh, I'm just an accident, just mixture of few impermanent things, mind, body, some hormones, chemicals, reactions, thoughts, ideas. And there is nothing more than this, higher than this exists in me, other than this impermanent mixture of impermanent things. If you feel, if you perceive you this way, you will see the cosmos also same way. You will think, oh, it's just a large accident. Just few impermanent things playing the game of few impermanent permutation combination. If you understand, at some point of time in your life, no, even when all these hormones, chemicals, body, mind, these ups, downs, all these impermanent things are not functioning, I am existing, I exist. So there is something more than this impermanent existence is in me. If you get the glimpse of, if you cognize that, if that hits your existence, the moment you know you have an existence, you may call it as identity or different words you may use. Pratyagatma Chaitanya Jakratam, conscious awakening, any word you may use. If you start understanding you exist more than these impermanent components, impermanent permutation combination, body mind. If you understand you exist more than this body mind complication, then you know the cosmos also has some Parameshwara, superior conscious existence, more than the permutation combination of impermanent things. More than these impermanent things, impermanent permutation combination, something exists. So if you understand your identity, you will understand the identity of Paramashiva, Parameshwara. In every level, whether the source, to realize the truth about the source, or to realize the truth about how everything functions. If you realize the truth about your source, you will realize the truth about the cosmic source. If you realize the truth about how you function, you will realize the truth about how cosmos functions. If you realize the truth, how you decide at various points in your life, you will know very clearly how cosmos decides at various times of the existence in every level. If you just understand you, you will understand cosmos. If you understand cosmos, you will understand you. The knowledge about the Atman is knowledge about the Paramatman. Experience about Atman is experience about Paramatman. How? If you feel indigestion in your stomach, you take haritaki powder or castor oil or banana. Listen sincerely. If you feel indigestion in your stomach, pain, gas, or stomach upset, how you take either banana or some laxative or haritaki or castor oil, clean yourself. Same way, if something is stuck in the cosmos, too heavy, it takes measurements, methods to clean itself. This pandemic which happened last 1 year almost is actually cosmos just cleaning itself. So understand, if you understand whatever is happening in you, you will understand what is happening in cosmos. If you understand what is happening in the cosmos, you will understand what is happening in you. Atmajnana is Paramatmajnana. If you avoid knowledge about yourself, you will avoid the knowledge about the cosmos. If you feel ignorance is okay and keep yourself in delusion, you will be deluded about the cosmos also. Listen carefully. more and more clarity and understanding about your individual existence will help you to have cosmic existence. And one more thing, you need to know very clearly. Your individual soul experiences life at this moment, now, present moment. But what is happening in the present moment is not present moment. Listen carefully. Your present moment is how you feel about you subjectively plus what is happening in the present moment, both together. Your present moment is not just what is happening to you, it is your experience about yourself plus your experience about what is happening plus what is actually happening. All the three put together. Because many times, what is happening, you may not be perceiving it as it is. Many times you perceive something as bad, but what is happening is actually good. After a few days, you will realize. That is one thing. Now understand the science of how your individual soul, Atman, experiences life, cosmos, reality, Paramatman. Listen carefully. This is very important truth. Now I am revealing. Present moment has three components. Now, as three components. One, your perception and experience about yourself. Subjective experience of yourself. Plus, your subjective experience of the reality. Plus, actual reality. All these three put together is your present moment. You always allow your perception about reality impact your experience about yourself. That is what I call powerlessness. Instead, allowing your perception, your experience about yourself to impact your perception about life and the reality itself is what I call powerfulness, power manifestation. Listen very carefully. I'll give you the example. I'll give you the example of me, my own life. Inside me, consciously, I perceive myself as Paramashiva, formless existence and the form. Exploding in bliss in his Vishwarupa. This subjective experience of me is impacting my subjective experience of this world, universe, and universe itself, reality itself. This is what I call powerfulness, the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva. Understand this. In normal powerless person, what is happening as reality, he always perceives powerlessly in his inner space and makes that impact his understanding, his experience about himself. That is powerlessness. Understand the difference between these two. I'll tell you with few more examples. I gave you this one example. I'll give you some more examples, one by one. Listen deeply, intensely. You can realize this truth now, because I am doing powerful cosmic cognition and cosmic verbalization, cosmic vocalization, cosmic visualization, and cosmic biomemorization and cosmic mathematical calculation, cosmic rational analyzation, making this whole thing not just inside me, inside you also, so that these truths become your realization. That is initiation. Listen intensely. If you operate with intense love, powerful cognitions like a love, compassion, joy, bliss, giving, the Ananta Kalyana gunas of Paramashiva, you will expand so much. Your perception about you will expand. Your perception about life, reality will expand. Reality itself will expand. Understand? This is what I call life positive decisions. Actually, if you operate from this life positivity, even the chemicals and hormones your body secretes, manifests, strengthens your immune system. There are multiple tons of researches nowadays. If you just Google, you will find tons of proofs for what I am saying. If you operate what you consider as a love, joy, bliss, compassion, even that, the chemicals and hormones your body manifests, strengthens your immune system. And if you operate from the cosmic cognition of you are Paramashiva, the kind of the hormones and chemicals your body will manifest and the kind of the immune systems, the strength your immune system will feel, the strength you will experience is unimaginable. And I tell you, same way, every action you do from fear, guilt, anger, anxiety, the kind of the hormones and chemicals you release inside your system breaks your system literally, breaks your nervous system and destroys your whole body and mind. That is why I insist, never ever operate out of powerlessness. Do not make decisions out of powerlessness. This pralaya, I tell you, This pralaya has literally broken so many people. I am so thankful to Paramashiva for protecting me and all the Sangha. It is pure grace of Paramashiva. We all got saved in this pralaya. Listen carefully. I only wanted to request all of you one thing. Do not make any decision to execute the decisions you made during pralaya. During pralaya, all the decisions you made, don't execute. Because all those decisions are out of powerlessness. When you were shaken, when you did not have trust on yourself, now the healing is happening, recovery is happening. Rebuild the trust, rebuild love, joy, bliss, powerfulness. Out of that new conscious being you are building, absolute life positivity, take decisions. Influence now. Influence the present moment. Be powerful over the present moment. Understand? Live in the present moment is not a complete truth. Have power over the present moment is the complete truth. The power of now is having power over now. Listen. Understand how you feel about you now and how you feel about the world now. Make that too powerful. If you understand and make yourself powerful, that you are Paramashiva, you will understand world is so auspicious and you are the power. Whatever you think, perceive, even as bad, was never bad, is never bad, will never be bad. It is your wrong perception is the problem. Delusion is the problem. Everything is happening properly. You just need to add more life positivity, more understanding. You just need to remember again and again, you are Paramashiva, and face everything out of strength and powerfulness. Now, the next truth. Listen. Sometimes you feel the world is literally falling. The roof is falling on your head. You are crushed. You are collapsed. The world is just, sky is falling over your head. That is what is reality, and you perceive that as a reality about world, and that reality, that perception about the reality collapses your perception about yourself, and you collapse. That is what you call everything is determined, fate, nothing can be done. Sometimes you feel, wow, what I want is happening. So your perception about the world is what I want is happening. And the reality, what I want is happening. Oh, then everything is free will. We have full freedom. Listen. Both are of understanding. determination or free will, both are of understanding. Sometimes when things happen as you want, you feel, oh, life is free will. Sometimes when you feel things are not happening as you want and the roof is collapsing, crashing on your head, and you feel everything is predetermined. Now understand this truth. I'll give you one more example. If you are standing with both the legs, that's the way you experience reality. You raise one leg, that is your freedom. After that, you cannot raise the other leg also. That is determination. So understand, the choices you already made are binding your future freedom possibilities. The choices you already made are binding your future possibilities. This is when you feel whether life is free will or predetermined. Now, understand carefully. This whole satsang, I request you to watch at least 2-3 times, because every statement I made, every truth I revealed from the beginning of the satsang, I am putting the whole thing together and giving you the conclusion now. When you perceive the happenings of your life is against your will and collapse inside you, the way you perceive the world very negatively, and collapse your own identity about you and lose trust on you, when this happens, whether you made earlier some choices or not, you will feel bound. You will feel life is predetermined. There is no free will. Life is unfair, injustice, adharma. It is all just might is right. People who have power, they grab everything. Nothing is right. It's all chaos. There's no order. And at some moment, when things happen as you want in the outer world, and your perception about the world is little better, you feel, free will is life. There is a possibility. I can recreate, rebuild. Life has some hope. But please understand, both are of truth. Why even the idea of free will is of truth? Because you feel relieved, hope, because of outer world happening. But the real truth is, if you decide to cognize the truth, you are Paramashiva, Paramatma, ultimate powerfulness, subjectively about you. From that subjective truth, if you understand your perception about the world and impact the world, that is called superdeterminism. Listen. I am answering one of the biggest problem of the world. Vidya, Madhya. Predetermined or free will? Vidiyum alla, Madhiyum alla. உண்மை பசுபதியே. பசுபதியே உண்மை என புரிந்தால் விதியா மதியா எனும் கேள்வியே உனக்கெதிராய் நீ செய்து கொண்ட சதியே என்று புரியும். விதியா மதியா எனும் கேள்வியே உனக்கெதிராய் நீ செய்து கொண்ட சதியே என புரிய வைக்கும் பரமபதியே உண்மையான விதியா மதியா எனும் சதிக்கு தீர்வு. Understand? Whether life is predetermined or free will, the super determinism is the truth. Answer for the question whether life is free will or predetermined is life is super determinism. Neither predetermined nor free will. It is super determinism. Understand? Empowering yourself with the truth, reality. You are Paramashiva. You are the ultimate Paramatma. And from that truth, reality, making your perception about life, and with that strength of your subjective truth about yourself and your subjective experience about the world, impacting the world, the reality is super determinism. This is the real way of existing. This is what I call freedom. Freedom is not choices. Freedom is manifesting the reality you want to manifest. Listen. When you subjectively decide to cognize the truth, you are Paramashiva, you will see that super power of coincidence place in your life, and you manifest super determinism. I'll give you one example. For example, Jnanatma has some mood swing. She goes and creeps to Prematma. It's not that if Prematma does not tell me, I will not know. I know what Jnanatma goes through directly, but if Prematma comes and tells me, she becomes very intimate and integrated to me and helps Jnanatma, so I can directly deal and make Jnanatma understand and realize the problems she need to attend. I can support. Listen to this truth. It's not that if Prematma does not tell me, I will not know. But by telling, Prematma has helped me to heal Jnanatma. Otherwise also, I know what goes on, and then I will do cosmically what need to be done. I will attend everyone. I will heal everyone. I will work on everyone. I tell you, once I read a book, Vivekananda's book, where for some reason he makes a statement like even if you apply Vibhuti or Urtobundra all over the body, you will not become great or enlightened, you will not achieve anything. For some reason, he makes this statement in some context. From the young age, I was brought up in a very traditional Shaivite way. And I have read in multiple scriptures, just by applying Bhasma, you will achieve Paramagadi, Shivagadi. And I was that kind of a person. So when I read these words, it hurt me very deeply. I ran to Arunagiri Yogeshwara. That time I was having physical darshan of Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I ran to him to ask for clarification. He said two things. One, even if you find Sampradaya Veda, never ever criticize the Guru Parampara. Already I was very connected to Ramakrishna, Vivekananda books. I used to read even at the age of 10. My Chitti used to give me the books. So I used to read, and Kuppamal herself used to give books. So he made a statement, never criticize Guru Parampara. That's one. Never disrespect Guru Parampara. If you feel there is a Sampradaya Veda, there is a conflict. You should just have patience to digest and wait for the clarity to happen. That is one. Second, he said, when you are feeling the pain, you should always tell your Guru. He said, you did the best thing. You came and told me. You should not be having this stupid mentality if I can deal it by myself. You won't be able to deal. And the decisions you make when you think you can deal it by yourself will be extremely destructive for you. He told me very clearly. By telling this to me, you found a solution. Many times we think, oh, Swamiji knows everything. Why should I tell? Understand, I know it. But only by verbalizing, you will come out of it. You will have the clarity. That is why I insist. I give you two methods for you to achieve the super determinism. One, deciding to cognize you are Paramashiva, because that is the truth. That's the truth. And face your inner space, your perception about life and the life reality itself. With this truth, I am Paramashiva. This is what is having power over now. Life, reality. That's first. Second, always tell everything to your Atmamurti. You can pray, you can cry, you can express your frustration, you can express your joy, you can express your gratitude, you can even fight. Do everything with your Atmalinga and Atmamurti. Everything. Continuously talking to your Atmalinga and Atmamurti will give you the power to manifest what you want. Shakti. And Buddhi to change wherever you need to change. Above all, Bhakti. The romantic existence with cosmos. You will get all three. Constantly talk to Atmalinga and Atmamurti. Today I open the doors of Kailasa. You can send any message you want 24/7 to HDH, SPH, Facebook profile and page, both. I will attend to it personally, directly in your life. Don't expect I will be responding in messenger back. But I will respond in your life directly. It's my commitment. I'll give you Shakti. Manifest. Shakti to manifest what do you want to manifest. Buddhi, knowledge, wherever you need to alter what you want. If you need to alter the knowledge, buddhi, and above all, bhakti. Extreme life positive, joyful connection with the life, bhakti. And yukti, method to live enlightenment, mukti, enlightenment itself. Shakti, bhukti, bhakti, yukti, mukti. You will get all five by constantly talking to your Atmalinga and Atmamurti. And now this Nityananda Paramashivam Facebook page and profile, both I am opening it. You can send continuously any message you want. You can go on be talking to me 24/7. I will attend to it directly in your life personally. Do not expect the response in messenger, in writing. I'll give the response in your life directly. Listen. Take this two as the method to achieve super determinism. One, decide to come to the powerful conclusion you are Paramashiva because that is the truth. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Second, continuously talk to Atmalinga or Atmamurti. You can offer your prayers. You can talk even casual things. You can express your love, gratitude, even anger. You can fight. You can express your frustration. You can do anything you want. And I commit with you, I will respond to you immediately. I'll give you what you want. Shakti, to manifest your life as you want. Buddhi, intelligence to alter. If at all you need to alter somewhere your wants for your greater, better, complete life. And above all, bhakti, a life positive, joyful connection with life, reality, cosmos, with everything, with yourself, with world, with God, everything. And yukti, method to live enlightenment. And mukti, enlightenment itself. This too, take this as an initiation for expressing super determinism. Listen. Listen to the truth. Next few days, satsang, I'm going to explain the super determinism, because if you understand super determinism, you will be out of all delusions. As you all may be knowing that last few days, I am explaining about creation phase of Paramashiva and maintenance phase of Paramashiva, destruction phase of rejuvenation phase of Paramashiva. Now I am explaining the method to get out of delusion, the Trobhava. This is the satsang related to getting out of delusion, that dimension of Paramashiva. Next, I'll talk about liberation in further satsangs. And my blessings for all the Paramashivoham season 25 participants. All the participants, I'm initiating all of you to experience Paramashivoham. Blessings to all of you. I'm initiating all of you into Paramashivoham. Today, every truth I revealed is independently intelligent and capable enough of giving you enlightenment. I defined what is realization, initiation. First, what is realization? Then, what is initiation? Then, what is super determination? And two method for super determination, the methodless method for super determination, and power of now. How the power of now, living in the present moment, how it should be understood. See, if you are collapsing in the present moment, you will not live in the present moment. Only if you have power over the present moment, you will live in the present moment. Many times, we antagonize the present moment so badly, we feel whole life is negative. You hate everyone, everything, frustrated. And you become angry with the whole life. Then you cannot live in the present moment. Second, next thing, sometimes you feel present is just a way for a future. So you always feel, I'll be happy sometime when that happens. Till then, I will tolerate the present. Even if you are in the mood of tolerating the present, you will not live in the present. The only way to live in the present is having power over the present. That can happen only if you decide, I am Paramashiva. And with that powerfulness, I will perceive the reality, this world's experience about me. With that powerfulness, I will impact the reality itself. I tell you, I wanted to honestly open up and tell you this truth. When the persecution started on me, when they were trying to assassinate and lawfare and try to eliminate me illegally and legally, when all this started, it's not that I know the whole larger vision of life. No, I want to tell you the honest truth. I only know one thing. I will not question my Guru. I am a pure, chaste disciple to my Guru, Paramashiva, Arunagiri Yogishwara. So when he need to explain to me, he will explain. When he need to reveal why this is happening to me, he will reveal. Till then, I will neither question the reality happening, nor question my Guru why it is happening. Neither I will allow powerlessness, nor I will allow any doubt, powerlessness, anything between me and my Guru, between me and this world. No. My Guru is my Guru. And he does best. He knows best. He is protecting me. He is himself manifesting in me. That I am very clear. I will not question any of this. And I will not even question when you are manifesting through me why this is happening. No. When if needed, he will explain to me why this is happening. If not, just keep quiet till he explains. That's it. I tell you, now I know the whole thing. Not only he explained why all that was happening, and he made what is the large reality he need to manifest through me, he manifested. I feel without those so-called attacks and persecution, the real manifestation now Paramashiva is doing, what need to be done, may not have even happened. Who knows? All that also may be part of this larger vision. So I am nobody to justify. I am nobody to judge. Anything right, wrong, good, bad, no. I know only one thing. I am a chaste, pure, humble, obedient, honest, integrated disciple to my Guru. That's it. No questions asked. Only the sweet romance. I want to tell you this one thing. Raghupati Yogi is a great yogi. Very rare to see is bhakti dimension. He is very secretive about his devotion, bhakti dimension. Once he and me, we both went to my aunt's village. He took me to a temple which is in my aunt's village. That village is called Kuvanur. We went to one Vishnu temple. It's called Adi Tiruvarangam. And then another one Shiva temple which is in that village Kuvanur. We went to both the temples and we stayed 1 or 2 days with my aunt, pre-monastic aunt. And he used to stay in the temple and I'll stay in the house and go also to temple to be with him. And few days, one of my aunt's relative, of course, my pre-monastic relative also, his name is Paramashivam. He had 2 wives. One wife is from Tiruvannamalai. First wife did not have a child, so they did a second marriage. In those days, it's a tradition. When first wife doesn't have a child, they will have a second marriage done. But after the second wife came and second wife gave birth to a child, first wife also gave birth to a child. So they both lived happily. That's not a big problem. Maybe small little, some problems will be there, usual, the household issues, but there is no big issue. They both lived in the same house. But the second wife is a very sweet person. She will always keep herself very happy and very matured and such a welcoming way, not only for her husband, for the whole family. So when we went there, he came to that second wife's house. She gave food for me and my guru and she took care of everyone. After we came to temple, Raghupati Yogi told me, understand how she keeps herself happy, makes everyone feeling welcomed. Keep your heart like that same way for Paramashiva. Always make sure you are the second wife for him, who is waiting for him to come to your heart to reside. Never ever any complaining or ill feeling or incompletion can enter into your heart. He gave a very beautiful example. It's very rare Raghupati Yogi talks about bhakti because he is a great yogi. I have heard only the teachings of yoga from him. Very rarely I heard the teachings related to bhakti. This was very beautiful and strong instruction. From that time, I always keep myself, my heart, as a space for Paramashiva. When he comes, no questions asked. It's a place where he enjoys. I am in absolute peace, bliss, joy, just to make Paramashiva feel welcomed in my heart. The saucha of the body means cleanliness of the body, hygiene of the body, santosha of the heart, both to invite Paramashiva, welcome Paramashiva, and for him to be happy, blissful. That's it. I can say, just imbibe these few truths. You will manifest super determinism immediately. Let me define super determinism once more. Not being bound by the idea of predetermined or free will or the bondages you experience because of the choices you made earlier. Free from all. The idea of predetermination, the idea of free will, the idea of feeling bound because of the choices you made earlier, an idea of choice and choicelessness, free from all, is super determinism. See, even if you feel you are bound, now your choices are less because of the choices you made earlier. That is like a karma bandha. Your past is impacting the present. But in pure super determinism, you retain the cake and eat and distribute. You don't need to choose whether to keep or eat. You can keep, eat, and distribute. That is super determinism. Super determinism means not being bound by the laws of the predetermination or the laws of the free will or the idea of you are bound partially because of the earlier choices and decisions you made. Choice and choicelessness, all these ideas doesn't bind you. Nothing binds you. You continue to make decisions and continue to retain your full powerfulness and freedom absolutely. It's possible. You can make so many decisions. You can get involved with anything, any level, but you will not be bound. You will have your absolute freedom, absolute involvement, and absolute freedom. both. That is what I call super determinism. It is possible and it is reality. And with this, I initiate all of you into this great truth and reality and power of super determinism. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Paramadvaita, Shuddhadvaita Saivam. The space, the state, space, powers, being and superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलास तद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्य
Nityanandam, Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadushnam Tattvamasyaadilakshmyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained what is power manifestation. This is becoming alive. everything deciding as you want, becoming the kalpatru of your life, becoming the new species. It's a science because millions have experienced that, and each one of you can experience that, the superconscious breakthrough. Beyond the free will, beyond the predetermined, there exists a space, Bhagavan says, conscious sovereignty as your existential reality. The science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The pramanas give us the cognitive shift just by listening to it beyond your logical mind, your logical thinking mind, which dissolves into Paramashiva. You can experience the higher states of reality. The Shastra Pramana, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas and Agamas. Apta Pramana, the experience of the results of the Aptas, who are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, Yoginis, Yogis, even emperors, Grahasthas, Rudrakanyas, Rudras, all of them are authority of Hinduism, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully manifested in each one of them as the existential reality, as conscious sovereignty. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashiva, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of our manifestation, Bhagavan's very own Leela to showcase how a cognitive shift can give a superconscious breakthrough, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully says, whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard, I myself will be more present than them, manifesting through each one of them as a superconscious breakthrough, making them manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. When they feel in the oneness with Paramashiva, the Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Clearly it states when you're doing power manifestation, the tapas Bhagavan calls it, your brain goes into the no thought zone and the prefrontal cortex becomes so vivid and clear, the command center in your brain, which starts functioning in its fullness, manifesting the discovery, the invention, bliss, and all the abundance, healing, and more that happens in our body and the reality that we can experience. For the power of clairvoyance, let's go to the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference. The scriptural reference is from the Shiva Samhita. Shiva Samhita 5.8384. Panchama Patla by Ishvara. Muscle memory, biomemory has been stitched into the bioenergy and keeping it alive. This, the bioenergy and keeping
This Shastra Pramana is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.83. Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikalavishayam bhavet durashishti duradrishti svechaya kagatam vrajet Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikalavishayam bhavet durashishti duradrishti Svechaya kagatam vrajet.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says so beautiful in this Shiva Samhita 5.8384. He says, he gets immeasurable experience, knowledge, knows the past, present, future, time, has the Dura Drishti and Dura Shrishti, the power to experience clairvoyance at a very distance, which is 7 times your height. If you can use any of your senses and you can experience something, you have the power of clairvoyance. And beautifully Bhagavan says, past, present, future here. Bhagavan explained so beautiful how we always are waiting to judge or decide things and perceive and create our identities from the outer world. Bhagavan beautifully says the mind body that exists is constantly creating the identities. When you are in the outer world, say you are in a temple, you are a devotee. You are in a working place, you are a worker. When you are in a college, you're a student. So the identities that you carry is always based on the outer reality, or not who you are, but what the outer reality is giving input. You're holding that as your very core cognition. That is why something happens, you get hurt, and you are feeling something wrong with the whole self, and you start getting anger or incompletion. Anything taken from the outer world is completely subjective reality that you are perceiving. Even if something is happening in the outer world as you want, instead of getting hurt, is still happening only a couple of times, and you are satisfied that what is happening is correct, but both is coming from the outer world. Bhagavan is beautifully saying how the light is bringing the shadow. If you start working with the shadow, you will be always chasing it, never to catch it. But if you understand the light is the one which is even giving the shadow, Bhagavan says, you are Paramashiva irrespective of you manifest the life as you want or you don't manifest the life as you want. You still stay as Paramashiva, who is giving the source, who is even experiencing to see what is happening in the outer world. Bhagavan beautifully says how the moon gets the light from the sun, and because it gets the light, you can see the dent in the moon. And the dent itself does not change the moon's what the moon is, but the dent is there in the moon. Same way Bhagavan says the clouds are seen in the daytime is because of the sunlight. The clouds itself does not hide the sun. It just brings some dullness and then it becomes bright again, but it cannot remove the sunlight. Then the clouds we can't see. It becomes dark, we can't see the clouds. It doesn't even exist. When there is no light, there is no shadow. All that Bhagavan is trying to give us is do not make any conclusion, any decisions from the what is happening in the outer world, even if something happens as you want. Rather, go to the self. Who you are is an experiencer of the good and the bad and the reality, and whatever is happening in the outer world is through the consciousness you are experiencing the whole thing. Once Swami Vivekananda asked Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, whether he has seen God. And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, I see God more alive than you. And once somebody asked Swami Vivekananda, have you seen God? And beautifully Vivekananda answers, only through God I can even see you. It is only through consciousness, Bhagavan says, we can even understand what's going on or perceive what's going on or experience in any of the senses. Even for our senses to become alive, we need first the consciousness to experience through our senses as our reality. Even the senses, what we experience in a dead body, has no meaning. It is because of the consciousness, because I'm Paramashiva, I'm even experiencing the senses. The very core, we are consciousness. And because I'm consciousness, because I'm Paramashiva, if I'm able to do a bend my body, I can bend anything. If I can create something in my body, in the microcosm, that I can simply create in the macrocosm. How Bhagavan beautifully says that if you have command over nature is nothing but in our body, if you are having command over the hormones, and if we have, that is how the great Siddhas were able to manifest all the powers, the chastity they held in the inner space. The power of how you have the inner space, Paramashiva resides more vibrant in you and more alive in you, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. That is why Bhagavan speaks on the bhakti. When you have the pure space that Paramashiva is real, he is waiting to manifest through me more than even what I think of manifesting. If you understand, that is what happens in Kailash Courtyard. He is more waiting to manifest in each of the Balasans, seeing the joy that each of his kids are manifesting. Such a beautiful space to experience. Like a mother is waiting to see the child grow and child to experience and child to walk and talk more than the child itself. Likewise, Bhagavan is waiting for each one of us to flower into the ultimate. And all we need to do is understand we are ultimate. Each of the great happening again and again shows us we are ultimate. And just to prove us again and again, these power manifestation, these workshops are given to us to show that we are ultimate. Beautifully, up the pramana of Krishna's Leela, where he plays the Leela of whenever his mom wanted to see what is in his mouth, Yashoda was able to see the whole Brahmanda, the macrocosm. And she was just into that, and she would be in complete bliss. And the minute he closes his mouth and starts crying, she would become Yashoda again and become a mother and trying to pacify his child, her child. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8. That is exactly what we are doing. When we are in oneness with Paramashiva, we are in complete bliss. So much of love, so much of oneness, so much of surrendering the identity to experience the ultimate. But the minute outer world something goes wrong, we again get caught in the cycle of whatever we are making again and again decision from the outer world context and deluding ourselves. Instead, having the completion, Paramashiva is showing us everything for us to expand more and more into the conscious space. And he will take care of everything that he is taking care right now, the whole universe. Simply surrendering to him will make the reality happen much more real and much more auspicious, much more blissful. Bhagavan beautifully explains here of how the Ribu Gita was sung by this village lady while she was churning the butter from the milk, from the buttermilk, and how he was experiencing 2.5 days of samadhi. Bhagavan beautifully narrates
in front of him and looking at his grace. Actually, he's an elderly person. You can never understand the kind of a grace his body radiates. Just with one line cloth and one small towel, he will be sitting and staring at that Arunachala hill. The samadhi can be seen with the eyes. I can say, looking at the master's form when he is in samadhi is literally like a drinking samadhi through eyes. Drinking samadhi through eyes. That is a word I use. Drinking samadhi through eyes. So I was just drinking samadhi through my eyes in front of him. That elderly lady brought a little butter that day and he took little and put it in the mouth. And very unexpectedly, he took little and put it in my mouth also. I just took it and he directly fed with his own hand, putting it in my mouth. I just took it and then could not understand. I was staring at him. Why he did this? Because he was not the kind of a person who does this kind of a physically expressing love. He's not that kind of person. Arunagiri Yogeshwara was that kind of person. Hugging or physically feeding, the touching through body, showing the love and feeling connection. Arunagiri Yogeshwara was that kind of person. But Annamalai Swami is not that kind of person. He's a kind of a dry Vedanti. No physical gestures to demonstrate love. No physical way of demonstrating love. So I was wondering, what is going on? He himself started telling, hey, in Tamil he said, Ribugida Kadanji kondu vara amrutamada idu, means that lady who makes butter, while she is churning, she chants Ribugita constantly and makes that butter. Because of that, it has become nectar. Please understand, an ordinary village lady who sells butter and buttermilk and makes her life, when she is able to establish herself in the state of completion, why not we? Annamalai Swami says, while she is churning the milk, in Indian villages, they'll keep a big pot and put a spindle called mattu and put a rope and churn. Around 2-3 hours you have to churn, and then the butter will be churned out, and the butter they will collect and put it in a cloth and squeeze to take the water part out, and then it will become a solid butter. They'll bring it and sell. He says, she's so sincerely singing the Ribu Gita constantly and churning. Now she has become the truth while she is churning, so that butter also has become nectar, filled with the truth. And I really want to tell you, at least next 2.5 days, after that butter gone into my mouth, my body, I was in that samadhi, the same state in which Annamalai Swami was.
Shakshi Pranavana are the testimonials and demonstration of the beautifully Bhagwan explained how he experienced 2.5 days of just bliss, taking that butter from Annamalai Swami, and how the village lady was able to make sure the whole taste that he had is not just the physical taste, but it is from the churning of the Ribhuti Gita that she was singing during her churning. Bhagavan beautifully says how the 5 senses are not just the limitation. What you perceive from the 5 senses, if I had learned only from 5 senses, I could have never spoken on so many topics. Whether Adi Shankaracharya or Vivekananda or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi or Satya Sai Baba, all of them were constantly downloading the greatest truth. Once his friend, Bhagwan's friend, challenged him for 5 rupees. That those days 5 rupees was a big thing. How he can tell the deity of a temple. And everybody in the village knew the temple was only Muruga temple, because that's what everybody can see when they go to the temple. But only the owner of the temple can see behind the deity. The real deity, the Garbhamandir deity, is not just Muruga, and it's beyond that. And when Bhagwan replied, it is the deity of Ardhanarishwara, who is behind the Muruga deity as the main deity. The kid who was listening to this just got startled so much that he literally got frightened. How Bhagwan knew this whole thing, because he has never visited the temple, was allowed behind the Muruga deity to see what is the deity. And simply all the 5 senses is nothing but a utility. All we need to do is surrender at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Bhagwan says, if you put a rod inside your temple and the midpoint, when you put a rod this side and this side, the point which it crosses, at that point, it simply downloads like the pineal gland, the third eye, simply starts downloading the higher information. And you can download any information. When somebody asks how Bhagavan is reading so many books, he says, I humbly surrender my identity, the outer world identities, and ask what is that the book has to reveal. Simply the context of the author gets revealed. The whole cognition of the author just comes into my download, and I can just answer any question. Those days they didn't have labs, a telescope, microscope, any scope, but they were able to predict more clearly. Is because they become one with the astronomical object or a herb. They just become one, where the herb reveals to the siddhas what it has. The greater science of how we were able to download the greater science in us. Bhagavan says so beautifully, all our senses have lost lot of the sense power because the way we are full of toxin. When you detox your body, simply just by sitting itself, you should be able to smell the mud, not when it rains only, but even otherwise, you should be able to smell. Same way, you should be able to see anything at a distance. And all these were, and see in the darkness. Bhagavan is very famous for reading in dark. Mahapariva or Bhagavan could read in the dark, and all the greatest yogis are able to read and hear sound which is more than the decibels that we can hear. All that is possible for us also. Even animals can be possible. It is possible for us when we surrender too much of the narrative that we carry in the mind and surrender that identity to experience the ultimate. Here this devotee is clearly saying how the taste, she was able to taste the nectar in herself beyond all the self-doubt, self-denial. She was able to experience the ultimate. Today we are going to write down what is the food or the taste that your partner had. You can write about your friends or friends' husband, spouse, or friends' children, or it can be friends' workplace, what they had. And simply you can write down and call them and verify at the end of the session. We'll have 2 cycles, so you can write few names now, and the second cycle you can write few more names. All that we need to do is connect to them, feel the oneness very clearly. How you know, like for example, sometimes you just know what your mother is going to ask, or your mother is going to make for you for the lunch. You very well would have found out because you just connect to her, you simply download it, but you never thought these are powers, these are the ultimate science. You just thought there are some guesses, but beyond that guesses from outer world inputs, you have the power of clairvoyance. Bhagavan clearly says all of us have these powers. All we need to do is experience that oneness where it gets downloaded into the physical reality. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Few minutes, put away your gadgets and connect to Paramashiva, all the powerful cognition that Bhagavan just gave. Hold Paramashiva in your third eye with a deep listening. Third eye is a manifestation center where it is deep listening. That is all we are. The more and more we listen, the thoughtless space happens and we are in the ultimate space. Absolute unclutching from all the identities that you carry. How in the deep sleep you don't have any identity, and how in the dream also you don't have any length or time or anything. It just randomly thoughts are happening. That's it. You are very clear. You're beyond all that. Now, also you can consciously drop all the clutches to all your emotions, feelings, and all your thoughts that you're engaging in, and be in the space Paramashiva is real. Sit with 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 hands alive that you are Paramashiva. Very clearly define yourself. If I'm alive, if I'm making the food into blood and I'm experiencing
Paramashiva as my reality because I am here alive and my senses are alive. So I am Paramashiva. Declare that whether you're manifesting or not, whether you are experiencing anything or not, be very clear, I am Paramashiva. Now you are Paramashiva, you can manifest all these powers of Paramashiva by intensely chanting the Mahavakya. Bhagavan says how the stone becomes deity. The words, when you again and again initiated by Guru and chant again as Ajaba Jaba in your throat, you are deified. It becomes mantra, and simply you become deified. The purified space that you can experience by chanting the Mahavakya again and again and again. Rama Nama is more powerful than Rama, where Hanuman flies across the ocean with chanting the Rama Nama, while Rama himself works on the bridges, Bhagavan says. Rama Nama is so powerful that Valmiki was able to narrate the whole Ramayana, and Rama himself comes down to enact the whole thing. So the power of the Ramanama, the mantra that Guru initiates, you can experience the ultimate. Just the mind has to settle in the space of oneness with Paramashiva with deep gratitude, deep love and earning. When you're in deep love, that's what Bhagavan says, the purified space inside your heart, inside your inner space. When you're in deep love, nothing matters. Same way, when you are in deep love with your Guru, simply you disappear into the Guru and experience the ultimate. All we are going to do is chant the Mahavakya, deeply surrendering ourselves again and again to Bhagavan's lotus feet, disappearing, dissolving into Him with the deep listening. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya to manifest the power of clairvoyance, identifying the distance taste.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pose, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Jnanam Paramashivam. 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 Om Jnanam Paramashivamam. Om Jnanam Paramashivamam. Om Jnanam Paramashivamam. Let Paramashiva spirit manifest in all our bodies. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our bodies. Om Jnanam Paramashivamam. 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 Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all our bodies. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Jnanam Paramashivamam. Om Jnanam Paramashivamam.
So beautiful. Now you can verify with your partner whatever taste you have experienced or you have you got it in as a download, you have written down. You can verify with your partner all this greater truth. Authentically call your partner and ask what is the taste that you experienced. And if you already know the partner likes to eat this and you predicted, do not take that data. Only what beyond your logic. Only always do power manifestation to manifest the powers of Parameshiva, to see your ultimate reality beyond the probability, beyond the possibility. You have the existential reality which you can experience just by connecting to Parameshiva, your inner space, and making it happen. All the Siddhas, Alvars, all of them, Ramanuja used to talk to Venkateshwara, Vishnu, for anything and everything. And simply Vishnu listened to everything what he said, and he could just manifest any reality. All these greater signs of all these avatars again and again tell us they only did was connect to their deepest space that Paramashiva is real and tell and command, please start manifesting this power. And they were able to manifest because they know Paramashiva is more real than anything else in them. More than your body, Paramashiva is real. When you start recognizing that, you will feel that you're waking up from your dream. How in the dream so many things happen, when you wake up you don't make any sense of that. You just say, oh, those were just the dream. Good, it is not true sometimes. And you wake up. Same way, whatever in your life will become more and more dream. When you wake up to the existential reality, Paramashiva is real. Not losing out anything, but more clear how to manifest all the abundance, all the auspiciousness. Krishna did not lose something, or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa did not lose anything. Rather, they experienced the ultimate and known to experience the ultimate. And waking up that Kali was the reality, or Krishna, Parandama was reality. They lived in that space, and whoever your Ishtadevata, connect to that, and simply you ask the Devata to download whatever you want, and the higher self of you will simply give you all the information you can write down and manifest as powers. All we need is simple love and gratitude for going into sleep, deep sleep. We don't need anything. We just have to let go everything to experience the deep sleep. Same way, Bhagavan says, all you need to do is let go everything and just reside in Paramashiva to manifest your life as existential reality. It is pretty simple, but going on that we think the outer world is something that we need to work on again and again deludes us. Rather, the greater science, if we understand Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. When we work on the consciousness, everything in the outer world also starts manifesting as reality. When Duryodhana and Arjuna went to Krishna, Duryodhana went and stood at his head, and Arjuna went to his paduka, Krishna's paduka, literally at his feet. And Krishna saw Arjuna first and he said, what do you want? And Arjuna said, I just don't want anything other than you. And Duryodhana felt so happy and he says, oh, I need your Sena. Can you give everything? And Krishna said, okay, go ahead and take it. And when he went to Saguni and said, I got Krishna's Sena, he said, oh my God, because he knows very well, Saguni knows that Krishna is the other side, already success is the other side, and he is going to lose the war. The whole science is when you are letting Paramashiva drive your life, you are always in success. There's nothing that can be a failure. Bhagavan beautifully says, more and more you understand you are consciousness, you are ultimate, you are the frequency, the energy, and you are much more than what you think as the just outer world, mere body. We are body also. If you start cognizing that, Bhagavan says the energy consciousness is so powerful, it will pull you into it again and again and make you experience Paramashiva is real. So for a few minutes, let's unclutch from everything that we know and continuously chant the Mahavakya for the second cycle. Few more minutes, put away your gadgets, and all of us collectively, collective integrity, collective consciousness, conscious sovereignty as our reality. Let's hold that space and start manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, power of clairvoyance. Write down the names of people you want to download, and at the end of the cycle, verify the detail with them. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya with deep listening.
Yananda Paramashivam. Om Yananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all of us today. Let the Amrita pose, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all of us today. Om Yananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's spirit manifest in all of us today. Let the Amrita pose, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all of us today. Om Yananda Paramashivam. 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, please authentically verify with the partner who you are able to experience the taste what they ate today or whatever you have written down. Please go ahead and ask them and share all that great information again and again in the social media, writing and celebrating that Paramashiva is real, what you experienced as powerful cognition, as initiation, as your experience in the outer world, how things are changing in your life, and how you're manifesting powers more and more authentically and recognizing Paramashiva is real, manifesting through you as peace, as bliss, as so much of manifesting abundance and auspiciousness and healing. Please share that and thank Bhagwan in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagwan whatever he is manifesting through all of us. Let's surrender the powerful cognition, our manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagwan and thanking all of you in all the social media, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, collective integrity, collective consciousness, simple integrity, and simple obedience to Bhagwan Paramashiva as our daily routine, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. And if you see the $sign at the end of the chat in YouTube, you can offer your donation to Kailasha. All these simple things that Bhagwan has given us again and again for us to remind ourselves, building the Kailasha takes us closer to Kailasha again and again. In manifesting the powers, listening to the satsang, doing the puja, doing the yoga, and all this sharing with the world and causing others to manifest the powers of Paramashiva is the celebration. When we are in that oneness space, simply Kailasha becomes our reality. So go ahead, whatever you want to offer in that bliss, go ahead and offer clicking that $sign. It takes only 2 minutes. And same way, share with the world. All that you need is sharing and sharing and sharing. Contribute, contribute, contribute to others' life. Whenever they read all your posts, they are also getting expanded in the inner space that Paramashiva is real. So you're helping so many people by writing and sharing and thanking Bhagwan for what he's offering continuously in your life. With that deep gratitude and thanking Bhagwan and deep earning, Paramashiva is real in words, thoughts, and action, and seeing everything, everybody as Paramashiva, as my reality, as my powerful cognition. Ending this session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much. At 6 p.m., we will have the next session in the Zoom. You can log in through eKailasha, select Kailash Kotyar Manifesting Power session. You will come into the Zoom. So, see you in the Kailash Kotyar. Thank you, Nityananda.